With the ever-rising prices of real estate, buying a property abroad can leave a big hole in your pocket. But buying a house overseas is not only for the wealthy. In some cases, there are some regions in specific countries where investors can find properties at a really low price. Every year, real estate experts, finance houses, and industry magazines publish recommendations of the best places to buy property abroad. Each list uses different criteria like prices, best rental yields, and potential capital appreciation. However, we like to do things differently, so we've gathered up the top countries where you can buy a house or condo under a budget of $100,000. Furthermore, all of the countries mentioned in this video impose almost no restrictions on the acquisition of real estate by foreigners. So here are 10 countries to buy property under $100,000. Number 10. Brazil. Sprawling over nearly half of South America, Brazil is a country of contradictions, of bustling cities and lush natural landscapes, of glittering skyscrapers and centuries-old relics. Although buying property in its main city, Rio de Janeiro, can be expensive, there are many other coastal cities where beachfront condos and houses are available for $50,000 to $100,000, with properties further inland even cheaper. These beachfront properties offer the chance for a decent rental return, and you can find all the basics for day-to-day living here. Apart from affordable houses, these beach towns provide a tranquil lifestyle away from the trappings of the city. Moreover, the typical median home price in Brazil is around $96,000. However, this value is seasonally adjusted and only includes the middle price tier of homes. Number 9. Bulgaria. Bulgaria is one of the most affordable countries in the European Union. This reflects in a lower than average cost of living for European standards and also pretty cheap properties, may they be apartments or houses. Property prices in Bulgaria are pretty low all over the country, in the countryside, by the seaside, and even if you want to live in the capital, Sofia. In fact, Sofia is one of the cheapest capitals in Europe, with price per square meters going from $800 to $2,000. A bit farther away from the center, it's not uncommon to find properties below $900 per square meter. And if you go to the inner parts of the country, prices are very low. Moreover, Bulgaria is a great place to conduct business. It has some of the lowest income tax rates in the European Union, and getting a residence permit for that purpose is also an option. Number 8. Dominican Republic. With one of the fastest growing economies in the Latin America and Caribbean region, long powder-soft white sand beaches fringed with swaying palm trees and crystalline waters, the Dominican Republic is not only the most popular tourist destination, but is also home to one of the most vibrant second home markets in the region. It has a reputation for being much more affordable than other countries in the Caribbean. You can purchase a beachside home for as half of what you might pay on Turks and Caicos Islands. If you're on a very tight budget, you can purchase a one-bedroom apartment for as little as $60,000. Furthermore, there's a lot of affordable property available in its capital, Santo Domingo. However, if you want to be right on the beach, expect to pay at least double that amount. Number 7. Serbia. Serbia is a country that is often less talked about, but it offers so many advantages for anyone considering moving abroad. Among the key advantages, a low cost of living and an easy residence permit process. Apart from that, properties in almost all parts of Serbia are quite affordable, and that's why the country made it to the list. Real estate prices in Serbia follow a similar trend to countries like Bulgaria or the Ukraine. The capital of Belgrade has considerably higher prices than the rest of the country, but even driving just a few miles outside of Belgrade, you will see a very significant drop in property prices. In cities like Novi Sad, which has a great location and decent infrastructure, you have a good offer of apartments in the $700 to $1,500 per square meter range. Number 6. Cambodia. Cambodia is the least expensive country to purchase real estate as a foreigner in Asia. It costs just under $800 per square meter to buy prime residential property in the nation's capital of Phnom Penh. You can buy a nice 3-bedroom condo for as little as $40,000. You also have the option to rent out the property where you're not there. Older shophouse apartments built during Cambodia's colonial era are some of the best deals in the region though. Their quality can range from fitted ups to 5-star standards and luxurious fittings. Furthermore, Cambodia not only allows foreign investment, but encourages it arguably more than anywhere else in Southeast Asia. Number 5. Mexico. Some of the best real estate locations in the world are in Mexico. It offers much of what makes other countries in the region great, but it also boasts a few unique selling points. Firstly is the close proximity to the United States. Secondly, it is a great destination for a part-time retirement. While areas of Mexico have experienced a rapid rise in prices, in 2021, you can still find plenty of opportunities for cheap real estate. Beachfront property is expensive, but for those who love the fresh air and the spectacular views of mountainside living, Mexico is perfect. Most people have heard of Mexico's big-name destinations, and the prices have risen accordingly. But countless lesser-known towns and cities offer a range of lifestyles and bargains. You can find the best real estate deals in places like Puerto Vallarta and Durango. Number 4. Colombia. Colombia is about the size of Texas and California combined. It's the second most biodiverse country in the world, so whether you're concerned with climate, culture, or lifestyle, you'll find your niche in Colombia. Its cities such as Cali, Medellin, and Bogota offer something for everybody. There are neighborhoods and properties to suit every income bracket, from rural areas to high-end gated communities, and everything in between. The wealthy come to experience the warm climate and idyllic beaches, while lower-income immigrants come in search of more affordable living. With such a broad range of buyers available, it provides something for every kind of investor. Its city, Cali, boasts the most affordable property values in the country, with an average price of $850 per square meter. Number 3. The Ukraine. Ukraine is one of the most underrated countries in Europe in terms of almost everything, including cost of living, nightlife, eating out, and of course, buying property. Before we talk about property prices in the Ukraine, it's important to point out that Ukraine offers one of the most varied types of locations in which you can potentially buy a cheap house or apartment. Ukraine offers great options if you want to live in a large city like Lviv or Kharkov. An apartment in the city center of one of these cities will usually cost around $1,000 per square meter. The country also has great coastal towns on the Black Sea. Finally, it has many mid-sized cities and even some picturesque small towns on the Carpathian Mountains. Definitely worth considering. Number 2. Ecuador. Ecuador is a country that has slipped under the radar in terms of buying property. It offers a chance of authentic life in a country that has remained largely unaffected by globalization. Whether your tastes run to a beach lifestyle, an Amazonian jungle hideaway, or a mountain retreat, Ecuador real estate has something for everyone. Supported by expat-friendly policies and a commitment to develop and improve the infrastructure, Ecuador is truly on the cusp of a renaissance for those looking to find a new way of life in Latin America. The average national sale price of a small home or apartment in its main cities starts at $60,000. Furthermore, there are a number of reasons that expats should consider Ecuador as a possible spot to buy property. First, and perhaps most important, is the fact that the US dollar is the official currency in Ecuador. Number 1. Turkey. Turkey's property market offers a mass availability for foreign investors. By giving Turkish citizenship by real estate investment, having various budget-friendly options, a simplified purchase and ownership process, and its exchange rate, Turkey attracts buyers from all over the world. Although buying property in a budget of $100,000 in its main city, Istanbul, can be a bit daunting, there are many other cities and regions where houses and condos are still very cheap. Furthermore, getting a residence permit to live in your property in Turkey is also quite affordable and relatively simple. It's one of the most visa-free access countries in the world, so coming as a tourist and spending some months per year in your property shouldn't be a big problem regardless of your citizenship.